Hey y'all, happy Sunday. Welcome back. Many of you already know me. My name is Joy. I am a widow. I am the blessed mom to 4 of the most incredible kids on the planet. I adore them and love them. It is a blessing being their mom. Over here, I make videos, you guys, that are just being raw and honest and sharing my truth of what that journeys look like, letting you guys ask the real deep questions of, stuff that maybe you can't imagine and people would never dare to ask. I'm here for it. I'm here for all the honesty. I want to share my journey. I want to encourage others. I want to lift you guys up as we walk through this pain and learning and create a new beautiful life for ourselves. Hey guys, so recently I've been talking about parenting and kind of what that looks like in grief from my personal experience. And I'm going to continue that theme in this video this week. And I wanted to talk about a couple things that I had stolen from good friends of mine. And one of the quotes, phrases that stuck with me over the last 2 years. September will be 2 years since Antoine passed. The first one was a friend of mine talked about nothing even to do with grief, you guys. This is just a great quote for life in general. The quote was, what does the temperature look like in your home? And you get to set the temperature in your home. And that was super powerful because, especially being the only parent, and if you're walking through grief and you've lost your spouse, you understand the intensity of that feeling of being responsible for it all. But it was such a good picture for my mind. You know me, I'm very visual. I love a good image. And that quote stuck in my brain because it was like the temperature. I can set the temperature in my home for how things are going to go. And it can impact and inspire my children by whether, we're really hot or cold, or we keep it nice and mellow in the middle where it should be. And I loved that, and it inspired me. And then just lately, I had another friend tell me, and it was one of the biggest compliments I could actually get, that I tend, from what he was absorbing, is that I operate out of love. Not out of fear, and not of anger, but out of love. And it just stuck in my heart because I want to operate out of love around my children. And I want to create an environment that is loving and not full of fear, and not explosive with anger or frustration or confusion. And I think it's very easy as a parent to get caught up in the emotions that are coming out of your kids, but to take a step back and realize that we get to set the temperature in our home. And it was such a proud moment for me, honestly, to hear that when my friend said that. It seems like I operate out of love. And it made me inspired to be like, I want to be more like that for my parent, or for my children. As a parent, I want to set the example and I want to lead with love. And so today, that's what I'm going to talk about for just a few minutes. Grab your guys' attention, pull you in, and just encourage you to stop and think and know that you have the choice today as a parent to set a temperature for your children and for your home. And it really starts with your mind and your thought process. When you wake up in the day, how you're going to start that day, I guarantee it will affect the rest of the way your day is going to go. You can hear my kids in the background. It will affect the way that your day goes. It will affect the way that your week goes and your month goes. And one thing for me has always been filling my mind with empowering quotes, reading my Bible, prayer. I always started my day strong. And so I'm going to share some quotes with you guys and a Bible verse just to encourage you and to remind you to operate out of love and not fear. So let me read those for you guys. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. I love this quote. I'm going to put this one up. We have sticky notes in our home, you guys. I've just started that recently, having my kids put Bible verses and quotes of empowering things all over our home, because I want to cover our home in love and grace and prayer and protection, and that just changes the atmosphere. And this one is definitely going up on our wall. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. In any given moment, we have 2 options: to step forward into growth or to step back into safety. And last week you saw me and Quincy talking about this a little bit, about me making the choice to get out of bed and step forwards. And so I love this quote as well, because staying where we're at or stepping backwards into safety is really easy because it feels good and it's safe and we know it. Even if it's not healthy, it may feel comfortable and familiar. To grow, you have to get uncomfortable, and you will get uncomfortable in grief if you're trying to go forwards and make a good life for yourself. I choose love over fear, always. I'd rather burn in fire after touching something true then never feel anything at all. I choose love over fear always. I'd rather burn in fire after touching something true than never feel anything. This one was like so personal when I read this today. I actually read this quote today and decided I wanted to add it in the video and share it with you guys to encourage you, because there is pain that's coming with us on this journey, you guys. And there's growing pains when we go forwards. And even when we operate out of love, because we're choosing to say no to the fear, we're choosing to say no to the anger, we're growing. And it's not easy. Even if we're choosing love and it's the right choice, there still tends to be growing pains with it. And getting uncomfortable is sometimes painful, but it's well worth it. And then the Bible verse that I found was 1 John 4:16. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in him. 1 John 4:16. God is love. So I just want to encourage you guys today to soak in those things, to find what it is that you need to get your mindset right in the beginning of the day. And I've made videos before. You can go back and look. I have other videos that talk a lot about getting your mind right, starting rituals and making a habit for yourself, and starting in gratitude, starting with worship music, prayer, journaling, waking up before your kids in the morning. You know, a lot of my other videos cover that, but I just wanted to leave you with that image in your mind this week about what temperature are you going to set in your home? How are you going to impact and lead your kids? And it was really empowering because I got to have a conversation with my two oldest, Tatiana and Jamal, today, and talked about, I asked them a question of, you know, what experience do you have of me operating out of love and me operating out of fear or anger? And it was very interesting to hear their stories and notice how much me operating out of fear in the beginning with grief impacted their lives. And even choices of what I made, where we moved, how we lived, what we did, because I was operating out of fear and in what was familiar, what was safe in my eyes because it was comfortable, something I knew. Instead of going forwards in growth and taking some steps forwards in the beginning, I chose what was seemed safest. And it actually impacted my kids and was not the healthiest choice. And now I can see that looking back, and I'm super grateful that I can have those conversations with my kids and that we are where we're at. We're so blessed. This life that we have is so beautiful, and I'm so grateful. There's so many amazing people that have helped us get to this point, and now it's incredible. I have a home, and I'm being a mom and being a parent and working and taking care of my 4 kids, and God is just blessing us, and we're operating and living in love, and it's just a blessing. And it's really beautiful to see what love is capable of versus fear or anger or just being numb. And those are such easy options when you're walking through grief. So this week I just pray that love would be the temperature of your home. And if you have any questions, prayer requests, please reach out to me. I would love to talk to you, see where you're at in your journey, and just encourage you. Have a blessed week, guys. Bye.